EU faces Swexit threat after Sweden warned, if Brexit happens, we want to leave. The European Union was warned by Sweden that Brexit could spark calls for Swexit amid the UK's historic trade talks breakthrough. The UK and the EU are preparing for a new chapter after agreeing a free trade agreement, setting the terms for Brussels and London's future relationship. Ambassadors from the 27 EU member states approved the deal yesterday, and Prime Minister Boris Johnson expressed his relief. He said, "I welcomed the importance of the UK-EU agreement as a new starting point for our relationship, between sovereign equals. We looked forward to the formal ratification of the agreement and to working together on shared priorities, such as tackling climate change." As Brexit reaches its conclusion, the EU still faces warnings of Euroscepticism in other European countries. In 2016, 2 months before the UK voted to leave the EU, a poll in Sweden showed that the country could be inspired by Brexit. The survey by Sifo showed that 36% of Swedes would want to follow the UK out of the EU in the event of a leave vote. The poll was tight, however, as 32% said they would still want to stay in the EU. Göran von Sydow, a political scientist and researcher at the Swedish Institute for European Political Studies, warned that Brexit could raise questions about leaving the EU in Sweden. He said, "If there's going to be a Brexit, then this would raise so many questions related to the impact on the EU and the Swedish membership." Mr. von Sydow added that the UK is seen as a traditional ally of Sweden in the EU, as both countries are non-Eurozone members. He added that Brexit would make EU membership more difficult and more lonely for non-Eurozone countries like Sweden. An analysis by Vote Watch Europe in April 2016 supported the researchers' view, saying that the biggest individual losers if Britain votes to leave would be the Netherlands, Sweden and Denmark, who are the UK's closest allies in the Council.